The Book of Life. First off, it needs to be pointed out that this film is heavily rooted in Mexican, Latin American, and Hispanic culture. In fact, one could say that the culture is the entirety of the film, and that the film is marketed specifically with that culture in mind. Now, unfortunately, I'm not part of the culture, and it's a culture that I know very little about. However, that in no way is a fault or a detriment to the film. Yeah, for me there was a little bit of, culture shock and not getting some of the references. But even so, this movie has incredible merits that definitely deserve recognition. First and foremost, this is a absolutely gorgeous film. It is beautiful. The visuals are stunning. The art style is fantastic. I mean, it is a definite treat for the eyes. I mean, the film is amazing just on that merit alone. But it also has other merits as well. In the first 10 or so minutes of the film, the opinion that I had actually changed by the end. Yes, it starts off appealing to the kids. It is a kids' movie after all. With some childish antics, some potty humor, blatant pop culture references, that kind of thing. But as the film progresses, it shows more and more heart. So much, in fact, that by the time you get to the end, you've taken this incredibly emotional journey and felt the message of the film about love, being true to yourself, and what it means to be courageous. I actually found myself in tears at certain points in the film. I mean, the storytelling was that good. And it's almost like the film matures as it goes on. It starts off, as a kids' movie, and then becomes adolescent in nature, and then grows and grows, and by the end of the film you have for lack of a better word, adult film, like a really mature film. I mean, they deal with pretty heavy issues. I mean, death. It deals with death. But it doesn't do it in a scary or negative way. I mean, really, the film is just overflowing with heart. It really is. And all the characters are really, really well portrayed. I mean, heck, you see very few strong, independent female characters in films, and this movie has one. Right there, main character. And the two male leads, they appeal to both sides of typical males. So, there really is something in this that audiences can appeal to. I mean, like I said, even for someone like me who is, for the most part, a relative outsider to the culture of the film, I enjoyed it. And I found myself along for the ride like everyone else. Another great aspect of the film is the music. Now, it's a combination of covers of modern hits and original songs. And honestly, it almost kind of felt like a modern-day jukebox musical. In fact, I could honestly say that this film could easily, well, not easily, but there's a very good chance that sometime in the future someone will adapt this to the stage. If anything, to cash in on the popularity. But yes, the film could definitely be adapted into a stage musical, and I'm sure somebody will. I mean, they've already done it with Frozen. But, it's a good film for kids. it's a good film for families. Even adults will get a kick out of it going by themselves. In fact, it probably may become a new Halloween classic. So, my personal grades for the movie, B+. And really, that's only because, as an outsider, I couldn't really get myself fully into the culture. I firmly believe that if I had more knowledge and more integration into the culture of this film, I absolutely would give it an A, or even an A minus, or even an A. So even like I said, let that be a praising to this movie. Someone who the film is not marketed towards, for the most part a complete outsider, to go into this movie and love it so much to give it, a fairly high rating, means the movie did its job. For those that the film is marketed to, I have no doubt that they'll love it. So, when you see the advertisements for the movie, don't think that because you're not part of the culture that you can't enjoy the movie. I am living proof that you can. So, final verdict, see the movie. No matter what kind of family unit you have, whether you're by yourself, with kids, or large family or small family, go see the movie. Pay to see the movie in theaters. 3D is optional. I saw it without 3D, and the visuals just blew me away. So 3D is optional, but definitely go see the movie. And who knows, if the movie does well, this could be a jumping point for Hellboy 3. Guillermo del Toro. So yes, absolutely a fantastic film. Go see it. It deserves your money.